Hey kids, Invertical here, and welcome back to Empyrion version 8.03. That's right, they just dropped an update and a hotfix last night, and I've had a chance to do a little bit of playing around with it, and not much, but they introduced something that I have been waiting for. Something I've been waiting for, and I know that a lot of other people have been wanting, and you can see it on the old hover vessel sitting behind me. That's right. Vehicle radar. When they first dropped it, the vehicle radar you could unlock, but you could not build, and now you can build. They have also dropped a few other building blocks, and I'm not sure I have found all of them. So I think we'll do it this way. We'll just simply go item menu, bring up the item menu. They've got these heavy window blocks. I'm not sure where they're unlocked in yet, but I think they're advanced constructor. That was one that I had noticed. I noticed it because I saw somebody else using it on another video the other day, this morning, I guess. And I think there's probably something else, and I'm sure everybody else will remind me and stuff later. They changed the decoration for the mobile air conditioners. Really doesn't matter. I mean, once you put them down, you put them down. That's it. They've done some tweaking to the repair console, and the repair bay number 2 is now available. The capital vessel ones are functional. I really don't think there was a whole heck of a lot. Christmas tree decorations are still in. They did change a lot of the graphics on items back. As you can see, magnesium is back to what it used to be. So is stone dust and plastic. I guess some of the cartoony ones were just a little too cartoony. Which is nice. I mean, some of them it doesn't really matter. Like nitrocellulose, nobody really cares what it looks like. You know, it could just be a square that says N on it, and everybody would know what it was. Let's see here. And I think that's about it. There's not really much else changes. Oh, they did add, that's what the other one was, the radar suit. The personal handheld radar, you can craft this fairly early on. Walk around with it. Okay, so we're just going to turn that back off. Whoops. There we go. So I did a little bit of building. Actually, I did a lot of building. I've actually played about 2 days now. An hour here and an hour there. I built the radar dish for this. I've put a few more garden plots in. You'll see some concrete ones. And I made myself a new hover vessel. I got tired of going out into the wilderness and having to scrounge for rocks and trees and such like that. I made this harvester, if you will. It's a long farm tractor. I tried to make it as much as I could close to the farm, to an actual farm tractor harvester type machine, but I ran into a couple of little problems. Of course, it has to be a hover vessel, which means wheels. Yeah, for one. I couldn't put the thresher on there because I can't make a sphere that looks like it's got bars on it. That's that long. But this is actually a lot of fun to drive. Whoops. As long as you can get into it. Come on, one more jump. There we go. It's incredibly simple. Nothing fancy to it. A little hover vessel. As you can see, it looks very much like a farm tractor. But it's a lot of fun to actually drive in first person. Which is the really fun thing. Now, you just, to drive it, to harvest with it anyway, you come up just a little bit off the ground. I usually try to hover about 0.8 meters or so, depending on the height you want to, the kind of material you want to get. If you're too low to the ground, you will catch on all the little things in and around trees and such like that. And there's a lot of trees that you can go through. It actually trucks along really fast for what it has, because it's actually, I can see trees like that you can clip right through. I'll bring up the stats on this thing. It's a very low level hover vessel, unlock level 8. Very much nothing to it. It's not very big, it's not very heavy, of course. It's basically iron. There is some sathium used in it, and I might change that on the blueprint. Basically, if you look straight down on the top there, there's some hardened, or not hardened, some shutter windows over top of the engine compartment. Those require sathium. That is the only thing that requires the sathium. Which, yeah, that's not too big of a deal. But as you can see, I mean, like, you got this big long boom out on either side of you. I put a little light on the side just to have fun with it. And I mean, she just trucks along on the thing. And then every now and then you bump into things like that little copper deposit. You just crank up all the things, chop it up. Now, of course, the harvesters do not collect as much as the material would drop if you drilled them all by hand. But at the same token, if you were to go into a zone with a lot of rocks and just kind of truck through it slowly, oops, I missed that one. There we go. You could actually pick up quite a lot of material very quickly. Including trees, crushed stone, all of your ground materials, everything like that. Taking it into a radiated zone, by the way, if you try to harvest those big crystal, or the Empyrion crystals, it won't pick them up. And if you go flying across the real estate with your hand on the controller there, like that, you will occasionally harvest things like these corn dogs. The landscape actually seems to regenerate very quickly. These little sticky trees like this, they are almost impossible to get a line on them. You gotta kind of wiggle back and forth at them. If you run right into them, you'll miss them completely. The hitbox on them is just ridiculously small. And they take a huge amount of time to actually harvest. Now we're just going to cycle back towards the Titan here. And yeah, it feels almost like you're driving an actual large harvester or thresher, except for the fact that it actually accelerates as quickly as it does. The little spitty bugs and spiders are not a lot of fun to kill with this thing. You can, but they are actually a lot trickier than it sounds. Alright, we're back at our quote-unquote base. And we're just going to turn it off here for now. And we'll jump out. Not too worried about the resources I collected. There wasn't enough there to even worry. I'm just taking it out for a demonstration. I took it out and went through a swath of... basically, I took it out. I went straight up here, up this way, over to the escape pod. There's a radiated zone that appeared here after I went through it once. I came back and there was a radiated zone that wasn't here before because I went up this way a couple of times now. I also took the Explorer truck with the radar dish on it, and I went up here, and then I went completely around the planet once. As you can see, I've got another band of found POIs dotting right at the equator. I still got to do about 1 or 2 more trips, one up about where this height is, and probably one again up here, and I might even do another one right in this layer here. The radar covers and actually a fairly good, the hover vessel radar covers a 2-kilometer diameter, so it's a fairly large zone. This unknown artifact, it was a tower. It had no function to it. It had a core and a generator, and I'm assuming a small fuel tank, and the rest is just a decorative tower. There's a damaged alien tower and the alien tower, which are both part of the Robertson protocol. There's the Zeno supply station that I did take a little bit of a look at, but I never really got too interested in. And a vehicle port. I raided this vehicle port, and I got some very interesting loot. A couple of medium armors, and a advanced constructor, and a furnace, I believe. Some other stuff. I found a village down here that I raided, picked the gardens, and shot all the dogs and all the dog generators. I could go down here and farm villagers now if I wanted to. There's another Zeno supply station just to the north of it, and that one I think I'd found earlier is very nasty. It's hidden. And there's a vehicle port. And I was thinking I might do is go and attack this vehicle port today. So let's, oops, out of map. I put a couple of rockets on the side of the crunchy cookie here. It made it a little bit wider, and I had to remove the door in order to actually get in and out of here. And when I did the vehicle port raid, I ran into a room full of shotgun Xerix and gained my first death. So there we go. If I was trying to Iron Man this one, that would have been it. I also gained myself a tier 2 assault rifle out of it, and I think all my good loot. Oh yeah, tier 2 multi-tool tier 2, and a couple of pulse rifles. There we go. There's the loot I got out of this thing. A drill module, advanced constructor, a furnace, a couple of tier 1 drill modules, a couple of shotguns, some shutter doors, tier 2 pulse rifle, another tier 2 assault rifle, tier 2 pulse rifle, and two tier 2 shotguns. I haven't tried these shotguns out because I am very, very angry with what they have done to shotguns. They used to, like, you can't even scope them anymore. But they used to actually do some fairly decent damage. And last time I used a shotgun, it wouldn't hit a target 2 squares in front of you. Okay, and yeah, I'm not too happy with them. Yeah, we're not going to reload that shotgun. You can just stuff it back in a hole. I'm not going to use it. So I'll throw that in a cargo box and get rid of it. But I figured I'd bring you in, let you see the kind of goodies that I've been collecting as I continue to play. And yeah, the new thing, oh, force field emitter blocks and some solar panels. Yeah, once you start raiding the POI bases, you're going to get a lot of good stuff. This crap can go in there. Railguns, yeah. I normally don't use railguns on my small vessels anymore, simply because railguns have a nasty habit of not doing any damage. If they've actually fixed them, that's great, but I used to use them to snipe with. I had 4 railguns on a ship similar to this, and I would snipe with it, and it was a lot of fun, but it wouldn't do any damage. So we're just going to go here and throw some gas in the tanks. Oh, we finally got the tank full. Alright, and fill that up. So something else that bothers me is I put 2 rockets on there, and of course they took immediately the number 1 slot. I really wish you could assign your vehicle weapon slots. Can I put that heavy? Yeah, there it is. I got 2 medium armors off of that raid as well. So I'm going to put one of those medium armors on because my armor got shot up pretty good. Oh, let's take those off. That go in there. I do have to go swimming at some point and pick up some odds and sods for health kits, but that's not a big deal. Alright, we're going to just cruise over to this vehicle port. I'm hoping that it will still be daylight before we get there, because it should be on the far side of the planet here, 11 kilometers away. So we'll pick it up once I get over there, and we'll dispatch this thing as quickly as we can. Okay, we're coming up on the vehicle port here. I'm going to change our perspective and do our first strafing run, see if we can find our gun turrets. That was one of the guns. Leaving now that nasty green plasma. Yes, I am still trying to use the keyboard and the mouse which for a flight is very difficult. I find it very difficult to use. Okay, there we go. That was that guy. I'll turn on the thrusters, self level, and bring this down just a scooch. Alright, now let's come up just a touch off the ground here so we can see. Strafe around to the front. Take out the Ed 209 spawner. Should be a couple of stupid Xerox running around in here. What I blew up in there, but I blew up something. Oh, he packed me a lunch. That was such a nice guy. Much. There's another spawner full of machine gun Xerox on the far side of this wall. Now here's the problem I had last time. This room is full of shotgun Xerox. I blew them up and I got hooked, actually got hooked inside here because I went in the other way. And yeah, they kind of shot me before I got out of the hole. So this time we're just going to do this and that. As you can see, we are already almost dead. One shotgun Xerox, one hit with brand new heavy armor, or medium armor, I guess, and yeah, that fast. And it was literally one glancing blow. And that fast, you are almost dead on health. So we'll knock up a health kit, or possibly two. Come on, recharge. Thrusters on this thing are pathetic. Seriously? They really need to fix these guys. Or have some freaking lead to the head. Jerk. See if his buddy will come out for a stroll. Two of them in here again. Okay, 3 Xerox dead before they respawn. Of all the Xerox, the only ones that really annoy me are these guys. The rocket Xerox are a pain in the ass because if they actually do get a shot off on you and hit you with that shot, they'll kill you. But those shotgun Xerox, it's an instant hit and it's almost always quite fatal or quite damaging. There we have it. There's the vehicle port, of course. Pours out, and then I've got a couple of gentlemen up on. Oh, I know. I already took care of the gentleman on the second floor. Yeah. Let's not repair. Let's disassemble. There we go. Some pulse rifles, a drill module, another couple of tier 2 multi-tools. Some more medium armor, a trauma kit, which we'll use right now, another pulse rifle, advanced instructor, okay. They changed the loot table with the last patch, and I think that they're dropping a lot more loot than they normally did. Another furnace, another tier 2 pulse rifle, and another tier 2 shotgun. Drills, solar panels, projectile pistols, more solar panels. Night vision goggles. Oh, hello, pretty, pretty. There's one thing I've been looking for a while. Some iron ingots. Oops, whatever that one was. Picked up everything. Drill module, drill, some power tools. And this one has in it drill module and some replacement TNT. Okay, so I'm going to quickly loot up this base and go on to bigger and better things. I still want to build myself, try to spawn in the biscuit. Now, as you can see, I'm level, what was that said that I was? Level 19? Level 20 now? Level 20 now, of course. I got 5 more levels to go, so that means there's a lot more Xerox that have to die. But I've basically unlocked everything. I still haven't actually put one of these repair modules down. unlocked everything that I usually need or want, with the exception of these turrets. These multi-turrets are what's slowing me down. The hover vessel, but this is what I'm waiting for, is the multi-turret on the hover vessel. Thank you very much. What I'll probably do is I'll make up a multi-turret, and I might just grab a HV, and then I can actually come over and disassemble some of these POIs that I have already knocked out, and tear them down. I don't want to do it by hand, although with the tier 2 multi-tool it actually goes down very quickly. It's a lot of work. So there we have it, kids. I'll see you on the next episode, where hopefully I'll have the stuff to actually get myself the biscuit back in place, and we'll start working towards getting Spacebird. Maybe I'll take a trip up to the moon. I still am looking for some, what do you call them? The modules for the armor, so I can actually utilize it in space. Not going to the moon without medium armor with at least a temperature boost, or what do you call it, EVA boost on it. So those I'm still looking for. Haven't found one yet, but I'm going to keep looking. So thanks all for watching. See you on the next episode, and good night for now.